guys, so we're back again. We got a new piece of equipment we haven't introduced to you yet. This is Mrs. White. This is a, as you can see on the side right here, Van is pointing to it there. It's a 2-1-35 Field Boss. It's a white, as you might have guessed from the description there. It's a two-wheel drive 135 horse tractor. This is a 1978, which is the same year as the combine that we just took the header off of. We found this 4 years ago, saw it for sale on Craigslist. It said it had 1,174 hours on it. So that seems a little crazy for something that old, but it appears that was correct. The story we were told, and I'm assuming it's true, is somebody bought it. They ended up putting their land into CRP a few years later, so this thing sat in a shed for, I don't know, maybe 30 years. There was a retired dentist that bought it as kind of a hobby, and he went through it, and I know it's got a brand new radiator in it, or it had a brand new radiator 4 years ago. He went through all the seals and stuff like that because they get dried out over time and stuff like that. Put a new cab kit in it, so the cab is pretty much like brand new, and we ended up buying it. And it certainly doesn't have all of the functionality that a newer tractor might have, but it does absolutely everything that we need it to do. We're about to put the duals on it now. Frank's going to do a little bit of field work with it, so we want to get that put on. We'll take them off in probably 3-4 weeks because we'll use this to pull grain wagons around and stuff. It's real handy with that kind of stuff. The one thing we did have to fix on it was the air conditioning, and that you know, you had to do some work on that. That was a little bit more than we had thought it was going to be, but I tell you what, it works. I have not had a day in here where it would not freeze you out if you turn it all the way on full blast. It can be 85, 90 degrees, and it will freeze you out. So that really works nice. A few things we don't like. They're minor, I guess, but the front end's a little bit light on this thing. It's not great steering. You use the brakes a lot. We plant with a mounted planter, meaning it hooks up to the 3-point hitch. It only uses 2 of the 3 points. And it gets a little heavy on the back, so when I'm planting soybeans, we do have to use the brakes a lot to turn, but you know, it's a small deal. The hydraulics, I think there's probably some adjustments on the hydraulics that I just haven't figured out yet, but the hydraulics are a little weak. You got to have it revved up to about 1,500 RPMs for it to really do much. So, but it works, and it's going to work for us for a long time. So we're going to get to work now. You can see here we've got a Milwaukee 3/4 half-inch impact wrench, and this thing has got I couldn't even tell you how many foot-pounds of torque, but it's got a lot. Lots. There's 2 sizes of nuts, bolts on this thing. That's why he's
custom lug nuts. They won't come loose when you have 2 different sizes.
Yeah.
But we just happen to have 2 different sockets. We may have encountered this situation once before.
Why does it have 2 different size lug nuts?
There's one are 7/8 and one are 15/16.
That's why.
Because somebody didn't get the right ones, or?
You ask too many hard questions.
We don't know.
Good answer.
The best answer we have is because they're different sizes. Coming my way?
Yeah. It's a little slippery.
Whoa.
forgot to back the tractor up on the block. And it's okay. I'll move some stuff here and we'll do that. Better explain what we got to do there now.
So what we've got to do is we've got about a 2.5 inch block here behind the tractor that we were supposed to back up on before we did this, because we need to raise it up just a little bit so we can get this on the hub. Because right now that tractor tire's got all the weight on it, so it's squished down a little bit. So we'll raise it up, slide this on. Yep. These tires are heavy, in case you're wondering. There's no fluid in them, but they're 20.8 38, so they're pretty good size.
How much would you guess it to weigh?
I don't know, 300-400 pounds maybe. Yeah, we're not lined up. We're on the wrong.
Okay, now comes the old fashioned.
Well, wait a minute. Why don't you just move the tractor a little bit?
I'll do that.
Back up an inch or two. Okay. Sometimes we use a jack and jack the tractor up. Sometimes we back up on a block. When we back up on a block, if the holes aren't lined up, we can move the tractor a little bit and get them to line up.
That's gonna work because you gotta roll the dual too. But all great ideas come with a little innovation.
Yep.
So
We can get this one right here.
then we can spin it by hand a little
Yeah,
bit.
and I can roll it up. Get one of those long ones.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Bottom left.
This one?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I was thinking it would go right there.
Nope.
How close?
Not real close.
Well, it can't be because you're so far off. Oh, you were gonna spin it.
We're gonna spin it. I think it's lean it out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try to spin it just a little bit. Gotta spin clockwise
Yeah, we need to go this way.
or counterclockwise.
Forwards with it would be the best.
Okay. So you holding it?
Yep.
You gotta hold it so it don't roll too though.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
gonna try
that's-
lifting.
That's
Now we put this.
that in there.
See, that's why they got the long ones in there, Jeff. Okay. A little more. A little more.
Right there, the top one will go.
Yeah, I know, but I want to get one on the bottom.
Okay.
Yes, it will. Oh. If we get them opposite sides, we're golden. You can take that out. We'll win now. You know, it comes off easier all the time than it goes on.
It does.
I've noticed that in the past.
It's always easier to break stuff than to fix stuff.
It only works on the big ones. That's the wrong size socket for the little ones.
Jazz. Need a belly scratch. Good girl.
You get them all started and then roll it up another block a little bit. He's not a plumber.
I don't want to know if you are.
I hate plumbing.
You was doing it a couple nights ago, I think.
I was. I was really looking forward to just coming home and watching a little bit of the NASCAR race. John Taylor was. Taylor called me and needed a little assistance. Apparently the commode was plugged up, and with two little boys there was some discussion on whether there was toys down it, and we couldn't get it cleaned out. So we replumbed the bathroom at 7 o'clock at night till 10 o'clock and got a new shitter installed.
So it flows downhill now?
And it flows downhill, and it's a power flush, dual
Nice.
flush.
Oh.
So if you're gonna go through the hassles, I highly recommend when you have a toilet problem, just replace it and start fresh. It's much nicer working conditions.
Start fresh. I like
Start
that.
fresh, yes. And sorry, John, you wanted me to fix the old one. Tough shit.
Okay, let's get that 1-inch mark.
Right here.
Do you want to run the tractor up a little higher?
Run it back, yeah, just to make sure I can get it.
On straight.
Yeah. Let's watch this baby start. Oh my God. Beauty. Guess how much battery we have left?
About none, probably, huh?
It's all right, I can sit here for now.
Yeah.